Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about don't stop prepping. Now yesterday, if you've watched the video, it was not a good day. I was tired, I was exhausted, and just wanted to give up on this whole prepping thing and say I'll eat beans and rice for the rest of the time because I just don't want to fight the crowds. I don't want to look at more increases on prices. I was tired. I was exhausted. But what I did is I instilled help from my family, and they saw that it had taken a toll on me. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was ready just to throw in the towel and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. But they took over and they said, you know what? You take a break. We will take over from here and go do something that you would like to do, or just do nothing. So that's what I did. I went out and I walked through the forest, and yes, it was warm, but I had a big old glass of iced tea, and I walked through, and it was great. I looked at the birds, I looked at the stream, I watched some little squirrels dash around. It was relaxing. So I'm here to say, don't stop prepping. It's a journey. It's not a sprint, and then at the end, you're finished. Oh, I'll do this for 3 months and then I'm done. No, it's a journey. It's a lifestyle. It's what we do. We prepare in the morning to get ready. We prepare meals. We could prepare the garden for sure. And we're always planning and thinking about what we can do in our lifestyle to have things that we need. Whether it's food, clean clothes, it doesn't matter what it is. Everyone preps. They just don't realize it. Some people think, well, I'm not going to prep. Everything's fine. I'm not going to do that. Well, you prep every morning. You get up, you prep, you go to work, you go out in the field, you may do housework, you may do homeschooling. It's all preparation. It's all prepping. It's just different types. So on the food preps and the stockpiling of items, don't forget to take a little book with you, or if it's electronic, take that with you. I use different color Sharpies. This one happens to be bright red, so I want to make sure I get these things first. In here I have lists and lists and more lists, and I go through, and when I'm finished with that list, I may redo it, add to, or take off. But I have a standard list that's large. It's on a large piece of paper, and I keep it at the house. This is just my working list when I'm out in the field, so to speak. When I'm in the stores. If I see something that's on sale, then I check to make sure, do I need those? Okay, if I do, if I have the money in my budget, I go ahead and get them. Cross it off, move on. It gives me a sense of accomplishment to have a list, a working list, and at the end of the shopping trip, go through, mark things off that I have purchased. I can mark it off my list, move it to the next month, or move it to the next 6 months. It just all depends on how you work your list. Don't stop prepping. Just adopt the lifestyle. Think that you prep all the time, so it's just a little different now. You're filling your prepper pantry. You're filling your pet's prepper pantry. And you're building your own stockpile and grocery store. It just how happens to be at your home, or at your bug out location, or in your basement. Wherever it is, you're building your own personal family grocery store. It's nice to be able to go outside to the garden and pick vegetables and or fruit for a meal, and the herbs to go with it. Come in, definitely, I call it garden to table. Some people call it farm to table. Well, it's in my garden, so it goes from the garden and I prepare it and it goes on the table. You can't get any fresher than that unless you ate it outside, which I'm not going to do, unless they're strawberries. But continue to prep. If you need a lifeline, have a prepper pantry buddy. So if you get exhausted like I did yesterday and want to give up and just tired, call your prepper pantry buddy. If you don't have a family member you can talk to, call them and say, I don't want to do this anymore. They will be that positive, uplifting voice to say, take a breath, let's chat for a while, and then we can move on. So let's plan what we might do in the next week or tomorrow. They will remind you of the importance of being prepared and to continue to prep. Because if you put the things in your prepper pantry and you stop, sooner or later you're going to eat everything that's in your prepper pantry. And someone said, what do you, let's say you prepped for a year. What do you do on day 366? There's no food. Now what? You have to start from zero. It's going to be a whole lot more expensive. It's going to be a whole lot harder to maybe find the things that you want to have in your prepper pantry. This is why we prep, and this is why we have a prepper pantry, because we have it, we stock it, we rotate it, and we're not concerned about the crowds and rushing around unless we just want to get out and we happen to get out at the wrong time. We're not panicked. We're not in a crisis. We're not crisis buying, panic buying. Oh, I have to have 1,500 rolls of toilet paper right now, so I have to buy everything. We don't do that. So some people may say the preppers are taking everything off the shelves. But we do things like snowflakes, little by little. And then we get a large stack of snow. We don't do it all at once. I just want to put this out. Please don't stop prepping. Continue to prep. Contact your prepper pantry buddy for support just on the phone, if that's what it takes. Just to kind of bring you back to center, calm you down a little bit if you're overly excited or irritated. And I hope this helps out as a gentle reminder, the reason why we do what we do, why we plan, why we get things ready. Because we don't want to be in the crisis mode. So in the comments below, tell me how you keep yourself motivated to continue to prep your stockpile for your family, for yourself, for your pets, just in case you might get at a point where you're tired and you don't want to do it. So keep prepping, keep your chin up, keep a smile on your face, keep your list handy and your Sharpie ready, and let's go prep.